Let me talk to you about the evolution of HTTP so that you basically have an idea basically of when people are talking about HTTP 1 or HTTP 2, then you know exactly what is going on. So the invention of the World Wide Web in here, this was between 1989 and 1991. So HTTP has gone through many changes that have helped maintain its simplicity while shaping its flexibility. And at this point, the initial version was 0.9 in here. You can see that this was the initial version and had basically no number, and later was called 0.9. But basically, you can see that this was what it was all about. So you sent a GET request to a URL and a path, and then the response was very simple HTML page. And this was back in the days. Then obviously throughout the years and HTTP has evolved to a standardized protocol. So this was HTTP 1.1. So HTTP 1 clarified a bunch of things and improved a lot. So a connection could be reused, which saved time. Pipelining chunk responses were supported. Additional cache control mechanisms were introduced. Content negotiation, and thanks to the host reader, the ability to host different domains from the same IP allowed server collation. So you can go and basically read more about, and we'll touch on what it means in a second. But basically HTTP, you can see that for a very long time it hasn't changed, right? So since version 1, this is what you'll see most web browsers use, right? Now, for more than 50 years of extension, in here you can read more about what's been happening and whatnot. But HTTP 2 was introduced because pages became more and more complex. So you can see the improvements from HTTP 1 to 2, which we're not going to cover at this point. But you can see that the versions of HTTP 2 keep on increasing. So from 2, we're going to 3, so on and so forth. So this is all to make sure that the web, so when you browse on the web, everything is secure. As I speak, most people still use HTTP 1. So HTTP 1 is what most people use, and you'll see HTTP 2 being used as well, but is not as popular as 1 because it's not a simple task from moving from HTTP 1 to 2. I'm going to leave this link where you can go and read more about HTTP, and the goal with this section is to simplify some of the terminologies so that you can have an overview of what HTTP is and how it works. That's all for now. Catch me on the next one.